Hello, thanks for joining us on World Now. President Joe Biden and President-elect Donald Trump met in the Oval Office for nearly 2 hours, resuming a hallmark of America's peaceful transfer of power that Trump himself flouted in 2020. The two men, seated by roaring fire, shook hands before reporters and news cameras. President Biden spoke first, calling for a smooth transition and telling Mr. Trump he would do everything they can to make sure they're accommodated. The meeting, which the White House later described as cordial, came after an intense campaign before Biden dropped out of the race and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris. First Lady Jill Biden joined President Biden in greeting Trump upon his arrival, according to the White House.
Thank you. Donald, congratulations. Thank you very much. And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So,
good.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much. And, thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. And a transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Now, Republicans have won enough seats to control the U.S. House, completing the party sweep into power and securing their hold on U.S. government, alongside President-elect Donald Trump. A House Republican victory in Arizona, alongside a win in Slow County, California, earlier on Wednesday, gave the GOP the 218 House victories that make up the majority. Republicans earlier gained control of the Senate from Democrats. The incoming president has promised to carry out the country's largest ever deportation operation, extend tax breaks, punishes political enemies, seize control of the federal government's most powerful tools, and reshape the U.S. economy. Mr. Trump rallied House Republicans at the Capitol Hill Hotel, marking his first return to Washington since the election.
Well, I just want to thank everybody. You've been incredible. We worked with a lot of you to get you in. And you helped me, and you helped me too. And my numbers were, so they say, the 129 years, the most important election in 129 years. That's pretty good. I said, who is the 129 years? What was that, Doc Ronnie? Who's 129 years ago? I'd never looked, because it started at being 100, and then they upped it to that, but it's a great compliment. We won the majority by 7.1 million. We won, which is great, because Republicans aren't supposed to be winning the majority, Marjorie. You know that, right? And we won that, and we won it every way, all 7 swing states, by a lot. And then Michigan was great. Couldn't be better, I'll tell you. Michigan was great. And
Well, President-elect Donald Trump says he will nominate longtime ally GOP Rep. Matt Gaetz of Florida to serve as its Attorney General, a choice that quickly prompted backlash from Democrats and some Republicans ever Gaetz' history. Gaetz, who has represented Florida's 1st District in the House of Representatives since 2017, has been the focus of several investigations into his conduct. In a statement on social media, Mr. Trump praised him as a tenacious attorney who will end weaponized governments, protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, and restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department. Responding to Trump's announcement, Gaetz said it will be an honor to serve as president. Trump's Attorney General, if confirmed, Gaetz would lead the Justice Department, a federal agency of more than 100,000 employees, and oversee its numerous investigative components, including the FBI. Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre held a press briefing on Wednesday where she was joined by U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Jake Sullivan says he engages with some of Trump's new appointees, including Congressman Walz. He said Walz, his replacement, had put his life on the line for the country.
with the People's Republic of China is going to be defining for what the world looks like over the course of the next 10, 20, and 30 years. And so that has got to be a paramount priority for the incoming administration. And the person who's been named as my successor, the person who's been floated as the Secretary of State, these are people who have very much focused on that challenge, and we'll look forward to talking to them about how we've approached it and obviously pass on the current state of play. Then there's the most immediate issue, which is Iran and its proxy groups continue to take actions that directly threaten Americans and American interests in the Middle East, and that has to be dealt with on an urgent basis.